Hi, everybody. I'm Louix Dor Dempriey, and I would like to thank you for joining us, joining us, and I welcome you to this global meditation for the Year of Beauty, 2020. And I'm very happy to be here with all of you, and I'm glad you took time out of your day or night to be part of this. And I have something very special to share, and may it bless you and overlight your life and all that you do and all that you see, feel, think, speak. So let's get comfortable. Sit with your spine straight so your chakras are aligned. Best to take everything off your lap. Just perhaps you might want to rest your hands, palms up in your lap or on your legs. And let's begin by starting some slow, deep pranic breathing. Relaxed and deep, and draw the breath deep and low in the abdomen with your mouth, jaws, neck, chin, shoulders, chest all relaxed. Just feel the expansion in the lower abdomen. Slow inhalation to about the count of 5 or 6 without effort or strain. Hold for 1 beat and then allow the breath to expire to the same count. Then hold for 1 beat and just continue repeating that breathing pattern. As the breath relaxes you and quietly parts the veil between the world of spirit and the world of matter. Let all thoughts and thought processes fall away as you breathe in the pure prana from the highest realms of God's infinite love. Let each exhalation rinse the dross, the debris and the non-loving vibrations from you and into the earth. And then breathe in more of that pure prana. Let all worries and concerns fall away. Gift yourself this time, this little break from the mundane, to come on this journey with me. As we celebrate this year of beauty. May it be painted in our hearts, in our minds, and all across this globe. As you sit here quietly, whatever space you are in, allow a soft, comfortable, white mist to begin forming, rolling around on the floor and becoming deeper and deeper. And it rises up, making your surroundings opaque, and eventually more so that you cannot see any of your surroundings. And the sound falls away, save that of my voice and of the sweet music in the backgrounds, the music of the spheres. Allow that to comfort you. Most find it easier to keep your eyes closed so the imagery can be more profound. And allow to form around you this beautiful round Merkaba of an orb that is clear but iridescent, like a soap bubble. You can see the iridescent rainbows in this bubble, but it is impermeable to all but the highest levels of light of Mother, Father, God. And it's perfectly climate controlled, temperature and moisture, so you feel absolutely perfectly comfortable. And now, as you sit here in quiet and peaceful repose, the ceiling and walls fall away, and this beautiful little soap bubble Merkaba, with all its rainbow colors dancing upon the outer borders of it, begins to ascend and rise up into the air. Leaving the location whence we began. And as you begin to float up into the sky, through your mind's eye, you take in your surroundings. But there is no sound disturbance. It is all peaceful. You are in a divine world of your own. And as you float higher and higher, all of a sudden you pass through an invisible slit into another dimension, just like passing through a curtain. And everywhere now is the most beautiful, soft sunlight, making everything glisten and sparkle. You have passed through a stargate, a time portal, into an etheric and paradisian retreat. You can see the most beautiful green plants everywhere, mountains and jungles, bubbling brooks, waterfalls trickling down, the scent of flowers and bird song. The air is the clearest and purest you have ever encountered, and the smell of the sweet flowers so sublime. Butterflies dance about, and pretty little creatures scurry on the ground as birds fly through the air. A true Garden of Eden. And your Merkaba, this beautiful traveling time ship, just floats effortlessly through so that you can take in the surrounds, traveling over waters and through forests, moving up into the sky so you can look down at the jungles below. And up ahead in a clearing, you see this beautiful small structure of glistening white marble with a domed roof and tall pillars with Corinthian columns. And your Merkaba comes down and sets on the ground before this temple. It dissolves away, and you stand and walk toward the couple of steps that lead you up into this. Since the climate is perfect, there are no doors, there are no parasitic insects to bother you. Everything about this could not have been more tailor-made. in God's perfection of beauty and grace. And barefoot you walk across the soft grass and then up these white marble steps. The marble feels so cool and soft on your bare feet. And as you walk through these columns and the open doorway, inside you see a beautiful table like an altar, just below waist high. And there are various angels standing around, waiting to receive you. And everything inside this temple is pure white, as are the garments on the angels and their wings. And on top of this marble table is a layer of soft green moss. It's dry to the touch, but it is so verdant and so soft, and it creates a cushion, a natural bedding for you to lie upon. And as you climb up and gently lie on your back, angels guiding you and helping you, it feels so soft to have this moss beneath your back. And there are goddesses and divas harnessing the beauty of many different worlds and cultures and realms. Egyptian goddess Nefertiti is here, as is the ancient Grecian goddess of beauty Aphrodite, and the Hindu diva Lakshmi, goddess of beauty. And truly each and every angel around is of a magnificence and a beauty beyond comprehension. It truly takes your breath away and almost brings tears to your eyes. Everything is in such perfect grace. And there were flowers adorning the room in vases. Roses and lilies. Beautiful white flowers everywhere, fragrant, and the scent of jasmine, of white jasmine, fills the air, and gardenia. And these angels ask you to lie and sit still there while they prepare for a most divine operation. As you rest and just focus on your breathing, taking deep breaths to take in all the smells that pervade this room. The angels begin to part, for they have surrounded the whole table, and the goddesses and divas. And they create a space, an opening, right by your left side, for the Divine Mother to presence herself and take center stage, for she will be performing this operation of sorts. However you see her is perfect. I will not even give words to describe her, that you may paint her in your heart and mind as she comes to you. Though her presence is majestic and powerful, beauteous and nurturing, and you have not felt so nurtured since the time you sat and lied suspended in amniotic fluid in the womb. Very similar is the feeling you have now. Total safety, total calm, so nurtured and protected. And she now stands beside you, her gaze falling upon your face in such adoration of her own child, her own creation. And she says unto thee, "Behold, my beloved, I come bearing great gifts this day to source you in this year of beauty and all the remaining days of this embodiment and beyond. Gently resting her two hands over your eyes. Alchemically, my beloved child, I give you new lenses that I place over yours. They are the metaphorical rose-colored lenses through which you can now see the world through God's own eyes. All you need do is choose and or remember, if forever in any moment you have forgotten. With these lenses, I divinely place over your human ones, upon your corneas. It will be far easier for you to see the beauty in everyone. And I mean not just physical beauty of skin and bone structure and eyes and hair color, but deep through to the core wherein real beauty resides. I offer you this gift of these divine lenses, that with the slightest effort on your part, you will be able to look past the falseness of others. You will easily be able to see past inauthenticity, even when it is most tempting or trying to buy into it, to be deceived by it, to succumb to it. I empower you and beseech you to see past that looming facade, to insist on seeing the beauty that lies beneath, quelled and suppressed by fear, for that's all it is. That's all that inspires one to speak and act in less than loving ways. So whensoever and ifsoever any other person, for reasons just or unjust, utters words, non-loving words to you, use these lenses and look past and have mercy and forgiveness for the fear that prompted them to speak as such to you. Look past and see the beauty that lies within, yearning to find expression, but somehow being thwarted or afraid to make itself known. And silently hear what that might be, even though circumstance may prevent any such speaking thereof. Though should there be moments when you can, by all means take them, so long as they do not violate or supersede another person's rights or free-willed choices. But see and hear those words of beauty nonetheless. See and hear and feel those traits somehow suppressed. And find forgiveness for the coarseness that found its way through that one's utterance unto you. Even if no outward expression can be made by you, allow this to take place anyway, and you will find it much, much easier than ever before to withstand. Such words. Through these lenses I gift you comes an innate discernment when presented with an environment, a circumstance before you. The strongest temptation will be for you to see what is beautiful in it rather than what is wrong with it, what is discordant, what is less than savory. Again, you must express at least the slightest effort to activate this. And the more you practice, it will become more and more by rote, so that eventually it will be like a reflex. It will happen all by itself. But there is a testing or a trial period whereby you must use your free will, your divine gift of free will, to choose this. And the more you do, the easier it will become, I promise you. And thirdly, with these lenses, that which is already beautiful, even to the common perception, will shine even brighter. Hence the commonly understood interpretation of rose-colored lenses. That which common perception would collectively agree is beautiful will stand out even more now and be even more beautiful. And though perhaps many times not catching your attention because you're so busy, have been so busy with your workaday world and your hustle and bustle, it will now begin to catch your eye. And very importantly so. It needs to. There has been far too much rushing and scrambling in this world. The Creator has gone to great, great lengths to create so much beauty in your world. It is one of the greatest tragedies for it to be overlooked or not seen at all by so many so often. Now you will be prompted with these lenses. It will catch your attention more. And again, I ask that you make the effort. But this third category of how these lenses work will do more on its own than in the other two. And yet, at the same time, the more you engage in this way, the more profound it will be. I promise. Truly, I tell you, you will not believe your eyes you will not believe your consciousness. If you take to heart and engage in the fullness of what I'm gifting you, your life will not be the same. You will think in very short order that you are living in the etheric retreat I have taken you to this day. You will begin to see your world as you saw this one when you journeyed here. And now as I lift my hands from upon your two eyes, as you lie here on my surgical table, I now place my right hand upon the crown of your head, and I place a filter upon your consciousness and your human brain as well. And fill it to capacity with the essence and the elixirs of beauty which I am espousing. So much so that it fills and floods your aura to its full territorial domain. This will create a perception of beauty in all areas of your life, of that which you have already thus far assessed as beautiful, but even more importantly, for that will now be more beautiful. But more importantly, so much that you had never noticed will now become noticeable. So much that you would formerly have judged, you will now find beauty within. And how you can engage with this filter or lens I place upon your brain and throughout your consciousness is again to be proactive. If so ever you find yourself tempted or about to judge, remember our time together today and remember what I have placed inside of you. And it is my hope and wish and prayer that it never even arise. But if it should, go past those temptations and choose to see and know that which is of goodness. See that which is beautiful. In every situation, in every encounter, as well as in all public servants, all institutions and governments, communities and households, workplaces. There has been such a proclivity toward negativity in your world for far too long. This divine surgery reverses that and creates a gravitational field and pull toward seeing the beauty in everything rather than the ugly, seeing the positive rather than the negative, seeing the praise rather than criticism and condemnation, and singing such praises as well rather than critiquing or gossiping. And that having been said about the power of praise and positive speech, I implore you to implement in your life this pledge and promise to yourself that whenever you feel praise or compliment toward another human being, tell that one directly rather than cowardly telling ones who know that one whom you know will pass it along. Rise up and find the courage to tell that one directly, preferably with your own words, and preferably face to face whenever possible. Only as a last resort, use lesser means, whenever possible, in person and face to face, or voice to voice, and at the very least, at least write it. Very few people even have handwriting anymore. Everything is typed. Let someone see the beauty of your handwriting, with occasional letters and greeting cards, a lost art in this world, sadly so. For your penmanship carries your personality. It carries your blessing, infinitely more so than keys on a keyboard. Well do I understand the needs of your societies. Obviously, the days and ways of yore cannot be fully restored or replace what has developed, but they need not be discarded either, and they have by most of the world's population. Another great tragedy. Let today's surgery and ceremony change that. And you be my emissary, creating beauty wherever you go, by gaze, by word, by touch. Be God's paintbrush upon this canvas called Gaia. Pick up trash when you find it, whenever you can. Recycle always. Share your blessings with others. Share what you have. Help those in need. Plant flowers where you can and pick them and adorn the spaces you inhabit with beauty. Keep your homes and cars and bodies clean and pristine. And you will be God's paintbrush. You will be God's magic wand. Every human being has so much potential, and most sell themselves short, waiting for others to do the work. And yet it is so easy. It takes very little time, takes no money, very little effort, and zero strain to weave and waft beauty in this world. And perhaps, most importantly, with this filter and lens I place in your brain and consciousness, as well as over your eyes, your cornea and lenses, is the gift of beauty that you see when you look in the mirror. May you now see what is beautiful in you and look past whatever you have hitherto felt to be your shortcomings. Beauty radiates from within. And the more you see that in yourself, the more beautiful others will see you as, regardless of your bone structure or hair color or eyes or lips or makeup or dress. Use this gift I give you and practice using it to look in the mirror each and every day and tell yourself that you are beautiful. To remind yourself of how beautiful God sees you, Mother, Father, God, your Creator, in each and every moment. This, beloved, will be the single most powerful use of the gift I'm surgically giving you and implanting in you this day. This will overlight, infuse, empower, and bless all the other uses I have described. It will be the source and generator of them all, equal to the gift I've given itself. Let us take a few deep breaths. Breathe in. Inhale deeply all that I've spoken, all that I've shown you, all that I've placed within you. As I remove my hands from the top of your head, I lightly trace my fingers along the edge of your form, from head to toe, down your neck and along your shoulder, all along your arm and the outside of your legs, till my hands are placed upon the bridges of both your feet. And as I swirl my palms around and place them against the soles of your feet, take a deep inhalation from the core of my being as your Divine Mother. Breathe in the essence of divine beauty and exhale it to the world. I leave my palms there against the soles of your feet and draw it in again and feel it, that beauty fill every organ, every crack and crevice, every cell, every organ system, your circulatory, respiratory, digestive systems, your skin and bones, cartilage, tendons and ligaments and muscles. Every part of you, inhale deeply and fill it with all that I give you. And let each exhalation emanate that beauty that is you to all the worlds, throughout all the cosmos. And one last time, as I take my hands away, and now as I step back, gently lifting you, helping you to sit up, my angels and I back up a few steps so that you can step off your mossy bed and take your first few steps forward, wholly created anew. And as you walk forward now and pass through the pillars, and the sunlight grazes upon your face, every part of you feels different, because you are different. This has been as much a restoral as it has been a surgery. Please believe me. A restoral of your true essence. And hopefully a sensorial experience of how God sees and experiences you. How I do, and the angels, and all that is divine and good. Incarnate and in spirit. Now walk down those couple of steps and feel the soles of your feet on this green grass like never before. You can actually feel the vibration inside the grass and the chlorophyll forming and growing, replicating, pulsing and blessing you into the soles of your feet. And up ahead you see where you alighted from your Merkaba. And there it sits waiting for you. The front is dissolved so you can see 3/4 of it in form with an opening in the front. And as you step inside and turn around and sit, the iridescent, transparent and iridescent bubble closes and is complete. And you look all around this beautiful etheric retreat to which I have brought you. And it looks even more beautiful than when you arrived, if that was even possible. But it is, and it does. And now this bubble alights once again and begins to float through the surroundings, giving you one more look before transporting you back. Take it all in, breathing in all the beauty, all the rapture, and the peace. And as you are looking around, enjoying this paradise and feast for the eyes and the senses, in the blink of an eye, you have passed through a slit once again, through the veil, the curtain, and back into the world of matter. And you have alighted, the Merkaba setting down at its original point of departure when our journey began a short while ago. And the walls form around you and the roof over your head. And the mist begins to settle. And the room slowly starts coming into view as the Merkaba just pops like a soap bubble now. And you find yourself sitting in the same spot where we began, except everything feels different and looks different. As you take a few slow, deep breaths, promise and pledge to yourself, as you do to me, that you will never forget what transpired this day, that you will always be proactive to engage and use this gift. And if anything or anyone, even for a moment, tempts you in a lesser direction or to make a lesser choice, please remember what transpired here today, for it is very real and very permanent. Only you have the power to discard it. The divine never could or would, and none has the power to take it from you. You have the sole power and the sole choice to use these gifts whenever and wherever you wish, to maintain this gift, and to share it with others. Take a few slow, deep breaths, anchoring it all in, letting it congeal and coagulate in every cell of your being, your body, your aura, your consciousness. And be about your Creator's business of being this magic wand of beauty, not just this year of beauty, but every year and every month, week, day, hour, and moment. Sometimes in ways large and profound, but most of the time in the smallest and subtlest of ways. Those are the most profound. Choosing to perceive this world and everything and everyone in it, in and as its full beauty, in its most beautiful potential. That is the highest use of this, as well as seeing yourself the same. With this, beloveds, I bid you adieu, but not goodbye, for I am with you now and always. Namaste. Thank you, beloveds, for joining me. Please take this gift in this year of beauty. Use it as often as you can, as often as you wish. Use it wisely and freely and lovingly and generously, abundantly. And be God's magic wand, spreading beauty far and wide wherever you go. I am Louis, and I thank you.